Okay, this is part two. Two things we need to talk about real quick is once you've synced your assignments to MyIT then you can add an assignment to a module and reorganize them within the assignments link in Canvas. So, for example, we just finished syncing in the last video, and if we go to the assignments link, you're going to see under assignments every one of these assignments that we just linked to from Canvas to MyLabs. As we scroll down, you're going to see the categories that I set up: MyLab Sims and discussion participation. This discussions came along when they created the course, so we'll need to remove that. Quizzes that came along with the course, so we'll need to remove that. In fact, I'll just do it now. And then chapter quiz is an area that I added, but all of these are from last summer, so June 17th to July 7. So those all need to be deleted. So as we go through the course, these are all your new assignments, okay? You'll need to go down and delete all of these assignments and move the new assignments into this category, okay? One thing I noticed too that I didn't show you, you need to change the points on help desks and sound bites to 10 points. Right now they're just 1 point, and students look at that and go, why am I going to do this if it's just a point? But then they don't realize that it'll take up a lot of their grade. So I just make it 10 points when I go in there. The end of chapter quizzes are 15, so that's correct, but you do have to change it for the help desks. So let's go in there and let me show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to go to MyLab and Mastering, and I'm going to go to the Instructor Access, and I'm going to pick, I'll just go into Chapter 2 and see if there's an IT Sim right there. Okay, so it's assigned. Let's go in here, and under Edit, this is where we went before to change the preferences, and we looked at the questions for a quiz, and the quiz was right because it was 15 points, but notice that this is just, oh, well, of course I changed this one already, so let me cancel and pick one that I haven't changed. Alrighty. Let me run down to something I haven't worked on yet. Oops. All right, so let's run down to okay, so let's choose, say, Chapter 6. And Chapter 6 has a help desk. I'm going to go over here to Edit. And questions. And set point value, you can use that, but I like to actually see it happen right away, so I go to Options and Edit. And I'm going to set my max points at 10 and save and close. And then I see that net points is 10, points is 10, I'll save and return, and you'll need to do that for each of your help desks. For some reason, that doesn't stay between my editing the coordinator course. Okay. All right, so the second thing you need to do is go to Modules, and now you need to add a new a quiz. So let's go down to Chapter 1, Using Technology to Change the World. So there's a discussion, which is a Canvas thing, but there's this end of chapter quiz, which I know doesn't belong here because it has a June 10th due date. So I'm going to remove that. So I'm just going to remove it. Okay. And now I'm going to add the Chapter 1 quiz here. So I'm going to go to the plus, and then all of the assignments that we added from MyIT show up under the assignments category. You'll notice as we scroll down, there's still chapter quizzes and stuff down here that need to be deleted, but just go to the assignments, get that Chapter 1 end of chapter quiz, and add the item. And then usually it doesn't add in the place where you want it to go, so I'm going to have to go down and find it at the bottom. I'm going to have to drag it back up to chapter 1. Oops, where did I drop it? There we go, chapter 1. And you can fix up the indentation however you like. I like things indented, so I'll just increase the indent to match everything else. Okay, and now you've got a chapter 1 end of a chapter quiz that's correct. Notice there's no date that it's due down here because I haven't made that change in my IT lab. So changes to the quizzes are made in my IT lab as part of the instructor access. You'll change the number of points if you need to, except for quizzes. You'll change the due date. You'll change the availability dates. If you choose to let them turn in the quizzes a couple of days late, you can enable a grace period. All that's done in my IT lab. The only thing you do here is you link it to my IT lab from Canvas. And the nice thing is students don't ever have to leave Canvas. They just click on this quiz, it starts the quiz, it opens a new window. When they finish the quiz, they close the window and they check Canvas for their grade. They can use the link to go to MyLab and Mastering. I think, let me check student view. I prefer that they don't go there because last semester I had a student who got so confused by, and here's the student links, so confused by the calendar. There's a calendar over there. Oh, I probably can't look at it because I don't have my code to get in. Yep, so I can't look at it. But if they're over there looking at the calendar in MyLab, they're going to think they're supposed to only be over there. And I want them to launch everything they need from Canvas and not leave Canvas to go to MyLab and Mastering. So I'm considering whether after they get registered for MyLab, just hiding MyLab and Mastering links. So everything they do has to be done within the Canvas course to sort of relieve that confusion. Okay, so I think I covered everything else you needed to know, and yep. So shoot me an email if you have any questions.